Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. We welcome to Online Teaching Academy Ekaleva. This video is on the second part of the 100 Races Part 1 from CBSE 10th English. Sometimes when Peggy was asking Vanda those questions in that mocking, polite voice, Maddie felt embarrassed and studied the marbles in the palm of her hand, rolling them around and saying nothing herself. So when Peggy asked Vanda those questions, she asked in mocking polite voice. Mocking means what? Mocking meant to make fun of. So she deliberately asked in polite voice to have some fun. So Maddie felt embarrassed. So when Peggy asked Vanda those questions, she felt bad. She felt ashamed. So Maddie could neither stop them from playing the game of asking questions nor could participate in that game. So to avoid that, she had some marbles in the palm of her hand and she was rolling them. And she could say nothing. And not that she felt sorry for Vanda exactly. It doesn't mean that she felt sorry for Vanda. She would never have paid any attention to Vanda if Peggy hadn't invented the dress game. So if Peggy had not invented the dress game, she wouldn't have shown any interest in Vanda. But suppose Peggy and all the others started in on her next, and she was afraid. If she won't participate in that game, if she won't join them, they might start the same game on her. She wasn't as poor as Vanda, perhaps, but she was poor. She was also a poor girl, but she was not as poor as Vanda. But but she was poor. Maddie was poor. Of course, she would have more sense than to say she had 100 dresses. Even if they had asked her how many dresses she had, and definitely she wouldn't have told that she had 100 dresses because she knew that nobody would believe that. Still, she would not like for them to begin on her. She wished Peggy would stop teasing Vanda Petronsky. So Vanda thought that if she won't join them in the dress game, they might start the same game on her. So she didn't want it to happen. Also, she wanted Peggy to stop teasing Vanda Petronsky. Today, even though they had been late to school, Maddie was glad she had not had to make fun of Vanda. So though they had been late to school, Maddie was happy because she did not get a chance to make fun of Vanda. She worked her arithmetic problems absent-mindedly. 8 times 8, let's see. So she finished her mathematics problem absent-mindedly. She wished she had the note to write Peggy a note because she knew she never would have the courage to speak right out to Peggy to say, "Hey Peg, let's stop asking Vanda how many dresses she has." So whenever Vanda was teased, Maddie felt embarrassed and she felt bad and she wanted Peggy to stop asking her how many dresses she had. But she did not have that courage. Now she wished she had the courage to write Peggy a note. When she finished her arithmetic, she did start write a note to Peggy. So after completing her mathematics problem, and she started a note to Peggy. Suddenly she paused and shuddered. She pictured herself in the schoolyard, a new target for Peggy and the girls. Suddenly she paused. Paused means stopped. Shuddered means started shivering. So as she started writing a note to Peggy, suddenly she stopped and started shivering. She imagined herself to be in schoolyard and Peggy and other girls teasing her. Peggy might ask her where she got the dress that she had on, and Maddie would have to say it was one of Peggy's old ones that Maddie's mother had to try to disguise with new trimmings so no one in the room 13 would recognize it. So, disguise means change appearance. Recognize means identify. So she also imagined that Peggy would ask her where she got the dress that she was wearing, and Maddie would have to say it was Peggy's dress, and her mother had made some changes to the dress with some embroidery sort of work, so that no one would recognize it or identify it. So because as she was also a poor girl, she used to get old dresses from Peggy. So she didn't want all this to happen. So she stopped writing. If only Peggy would decide of her own accord to stop having fun with Vanda. So she wanted, Maddie wanted very badly Peggy should stop teasing Vanda. She wanted Peggy to do that on her own, not by anybody else's advice. Oh well, Maddie ran her hand through her short blonde hair as though to push the uncomfortable thoughts away. So Maddie ran her hand through her short blonde hair and she thought that she wanted to get rid of all those thoughts, uncomfortable thoughts. So she didn't want to have such thoughts in her mind. So she wanted to get rid of the thoughts. What difference did it make? Slowly, Maddie tore into bits the notes she had started. So she thought that even if she would write to Peggy, it would not make any difference. So she tore down the notes that she wrote. She was Peggy's best friend, and Peggy was the best liked girl in the whole room. And then she started thinking about Peggy. So she thought that she was her best friend, and everybody in the room 13 liked her. Peggy could not possibly do anything that was really wrong, she thought, because Peggy never did anything that was wrong. As for Vanda, she was just some girl who lived up on Buggins Heights and stood alone in the schoolyard. She scarcely ever said anything to anybody. And then she started thinking about Vanda, and she thought that she was an ordinary girl and who lived in Buggins Heights, and she never talked to anybody. The only time she talked was in the schoolyard about her 100 dresses. Maddie remembered her telling about one of her dresses, pale blue with colored trimmings. So the only time she talked was about when the girls started asking her about her 100 dresses. She would speak. She would speak. Also, she remembered her telling about her pale blue with colored trimmings. So colored trimming means some decorative items added to the dress. And she remembered another that was brilliant jungle green with a red sash. So she also remembered about another dress that was brilliant jungle green with red sash. So what do you mean by red sash? Red sash means a piece of cloth worn on the shoulder or round the waist. So you like a Christmas tree in that, the girls had said in pretended admiration. So the girl said in false admiration that she looked like a Christmas tree. Whom does you refer to? So you refers to Vanda. Thinking about Vanda and her 100 dresses all lined up in the closet, Maddie began to wonder who was going to win the drawing and coloring contest. So, as she was thinking about Vanda and her 100 dresses, suddenly she thought about the drawing and coloring contest. For girls, this contest consisted of designing dresses, and for boys of designing motorboats. So there was a competition, there was a contest in the school that was of designing dresses. That was the competition for girls, and for boys designing motorboats. Probably Peggy would win the girls' medal. Peggy drew better than anyone else in the room. So Peggy was good at drawing, so everybody in the class thought that she would win the girls' medal. At least that's what everybody thought. So everybody in her class thought that Peggy would be the winner. She was a good artist. She could copy a picture in the magazine or some film star said so that you could almost tell who it was. Oh, Maddie was sure Peggy would win. So if she drew any picture in a magazine or some film star's head, it would be so accurate that anybody could tell who it was. So Maddie was also very sure that Peggy would be the winner. Well, tomorrow the teacher was going to announce the winners. Then they'd know. So the next day the teacher would tell the result. She would announce the result of the contest. Then everybody would know. The next day it was drizzling. Maddie and Peggy hurried to school under Peggy's umbrella. So the next day it was raining. Peggy had her umbrella. With that, Peggy and Maddie went to school. Naturally, on a day like this, they did not wait for Vanda Petronsky on the corner of Oliver Street, the street that, far, far away, under the railroad tracks and up the hill, led to Buggins Heights. So, on the day, on the rainy day like this, they would not wait for Vanda Petronsky because the Oliver Street was very far, far away under the railroad tracks and up the hill that led to Buggins Heights. Anyway, they weren't taking chances on being late today because today was important. So they didn't want to take any chances on being late to school that day because that day was very important. Why it was important? Because that day only the teacher was going to announce the result of the drawing competition. Do you think Miss Mason will announce the winners today? Asked Peggy. So Peggy was very curious to know the result of the drawing competition. So she asked Mary whether Miss Mason would announce the winners that day. Oh, I hope so. The minute we get in, said Maddie. So Maddie also very hopefully she said that the moment they entered the class, they would get the result. Of course, you will win, Peg. Hope so, said Peggy eagerly. So Maddie also added that Peggy would be the winner, and Peggy also agreed that she is also expecting the same. The minute they entered the classroom, they stopped short and gasped. So the moment they entered the class, they stopped and they were surprised. There were drawings all over the room, on every ledge and window sill, dazzling colors and brilliant lavish designs, all drawn on great sheets of wrapping paper. Why they were surprised? Because there were many drawings all over the room. So, ledge means what? Everywhere, even on the ledge. Ledge means a ridge. Dazzling means bright colors. Dazzling colors means bright colors. So there were many designs of drawings were there, and they were very brilliant and lavish. Lavish designs. Lavish means abundant. Abundant designs were there. And all those drawings were drawn on the great sheets of wrapping paper. The wrapping paper means the paper used for covering. There must have been 100 of them all lined up. These must be the drawings for the contest. So there were 100 drawings with different designs exhibited in the classroom. They were, everybody stopped and whistled or murmured admiringly. They were, they were means what? These drawings were exactly for the competition. Everybody was surprised and they were attracted and they murmured admiringly. Murmured means spoke within the mouth. As soon as the class had assembled, Miss Mason announced the winners. So when everyone came in, Miss Mason announced the winner. When the full strength was there in the class, and Miss Mason announced the winner. Jack Biggles had won for the boys, she said, and his design for an outboard motor was an exhibition in room 12, along with the sketches by all the other boys. Also, she said that Jack Biggles had won for the boys contest, and also he said that his design, which he made for an outboard motor, was exhibited in room 12. Also, it was kept along with the sketches by all the other boys. As for the girls, she said, although just one or two sketches were submitted by most, one girl, and room 13 should be proud of her. This one girl actually drew 100 designs, all different and all beautiful. So the Miss Mason announced the result of girls contest. She said that many girls had drawn one or two sketches only, but one girl from room 13 had drawn 100 designs. All were different with beautiful designs. And she also told that the children of room 13 should be proud of her. In the opinion of the judges, any one of the drawings is worthy of winning the prize. So the judges who looked into the drawings said that each one of the drawing is worthy of winning the prize. I am very happy to say that Wanda Petronsky is the winner of the girls' medal. So Miss Mason told that she was very happy to announce that Wanda Petronsky was the winner of the girls' medal. And fortunately, Wanda has been absent from school for some days and is not here to receive the applause that is due to her. She also told that she had been absent from school for some days and she was not there to receive the applause or appreciation. Let us hope she will be back tomorrow. She also hoped that she would be back the next day. Now class, you may file around the room quietly and look at her exquisite drawings. So she also instructed the children to go in row around the room quietly and look at her exquisite drawings. Exquisite means highly beautiful. File means row. So she instructed the children to go in row around the room quietly and have a look at the highly beautiful drawings. The children burst into applause, and even the boys were glad to have a chance to stamp on the floor, put their fingers in their mouths and whistle, though they were not interested in dresses. So when the children went round and looked into the drawings, They gave her a big round of applause. Even the boys were taken aback by the brilliant designs of the drawing. So they were very glad to have a fun by stamping on the floor and whistling. So though they were not interested in dresses. Look, Peg, whispered Maddie. There's that blue one she told us about. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, said Peggy. And there's that green one. So Peg found out the drawing of a blue color dress, and that was described by Vanda. And Peggy also pointed out the drawing of a green one that was one of the 100 dresses mentioned by Vanda. Boy, and I thought I could draw. So far Peggy was thinking that she was the best artist, but now she understood that Vanda was better than her. Okay, children, I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Thank you.